Hello everyone, in this video I'm mainly going to cover the two topics, that is spermatogenesis and oogenesis. This is actually an important topic for your examinations also, which mainly come for 10 marks. So how to write that answer, what points it should be included in that answer, everything you will come to know in this video, so watch till the end. So first moving on to this gametogenesis. Gametogenesis is nothing but it is a production of sex cell, or you can say it as gametes, that is sperm in case of the males, that is inside the testis, and ova in case of the ovaries of the female. Okay. There are two types mainly. One is spermatogenesis and oogenesis under the gametogenesis. So let us learn spermatogenesis in this video. The process of formation of sperm. What is spermatogenesis? It is nothing but the process of formation of the sperm. And where does it exactly happen? It happens in case of the seminiferous tubules of the testis. So in this part it mainly takes place. The seminiferous tubules, they are lined by something called as germinal epithelium. This germinal epithelium, it contains two cells. First is the primary, or you can say it as primordial germ cell, and the second is Sertoli cells. So this, whatever the primary germ cell is there, it is cuboidal in shape, whereas the Sertoli cells, whatever are there, they are tall somatic cells. This is in case of undifferentiated form. Undifferentiated means they are not specialized. Okay, they are not that specialized. So they will undergo repeated mitotic division. What these will do? They will undergo repeated mitotic division in order to become specialized cells. So this will produce a large number of cells. We call it as sperm mother cells or spermatogonia. What we call it as sperm mother cells or spermatogonia, which is diploid in nature. Okay, so next, on maturity, they will stop dividing. What they will do? These spermatogonia, when they reach the maturity, they will stop growing and dividing, and then it will grow in the size. What they will stop dividing and then start growing inside in the size. So by accumulating cytoplasm and replicating DNA, what they will accumulate inside them? Cytoplasm and the replicating DNA. So this form, whatever is there of the spermatogonia, we call it as primary primary spermatocytes, okay, which are also diploid in the nature. Okay, this primary spermatocytes, they will undergo division. What kind of division? They will undergo two successive maturation division. So the first one is the reductional division, that is meiotic division, and it will give rise to two haploid secondary spermatocytes. They will give rise to two haploid secondary spermatocytes, which will again undergo division, that is second maturation division, and that second maturation division is not meiotic here, it is mitotic. Okay, so mitotic, that is equational division, will be undergone by them in order to produce four haploid spermatids. What they will produce? Four haploid spermatids, and these spermatids at last will get transformed to the spermatozoa, that is nothing but the sperm. So this transformation process, we call it as spermiogenesis. This process of transformation from the spermatids to the spermatozoa, that is nothing but the sperm, we say it as spermiogenesis. So here is the flow chart, like you can see the steps involved, right? At the puberty, what happens? There is spermatogonia will undergo mitotic differentiation in order to form the primary spermatocytes, and that will undergo the meiotic division in order to form the secondary spermatocyte. So the secondary spermatocytes will undergo again this second meiotic division. Here was the first, here second meiotic division in order to form spermatids, and this will differentiate it in order to form spermatozoa, and that is nothing but the sperms here. So this all sequence can be represented in the form of this diagram. After spermiogenesis, what happens is that the sperm head, whatever is there, no, that will get embedded in some cells called as Sertoli cells. As we saw in the previous page, there were Sertoli cells, right? So it will get embedded inside it, which will provide nourishment to the sperm. The Sertoli cells will provide nourishment to the sperms. Then finally they will be released into the cavity that is called as seminiferous tubules, and hence this process we call it as a spermiation. So this was all what happens after the spermiogenesis. So you also need to draw the diagram of the sperm, label it, as well as I will show in the next video some explanation about the sperms. You need to add in this answer. And next, let us see the topic, how and when spermiogenesis will start. See, at the age of puberty, due to the increased gonadotropin releasing hormone, what will happen is that it will act on the anterior pituitary gland. This increased concentration here will act on the anterior pituitary gland, and which will stimulate the secretion of two gonadotropins. One is luteinizing hormone, second one is the follicle stimulating hormone. So this luteinizing hormone, whatever is there, no, it will act on the cells called as Leydig cells. So this Leydig cells will stimulate, and what they will stimulate is that synthesis and secretion of androgens. These androgens will stimulate the process called as spermatogenesis. The whole process will be started by this luteinizing hormone. Whereas this follicle stimulating hormone, they will act on the Sertoli cells, and they will secrete certain factors. Those factors will stimulate the spermiogenesis, that is transformation of or the formation of the sperm. That process will be stimulated here. So this was all about the spermatogenesis. Hope you all understood the spermatogenesis concept, and the remaining part, that is the sperm diagram as well as explanation about it, I will tell you in the next video. Please like, share the video, and do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.